Saturday.
Welcome to the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, a Washington football podcast by fans for fans. With your hosts, Jesse Martin.
You want to play what? Okay. Say hello to my little friend.
John Taylor.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
And Keith Gray.
The King, your Majesty.
And now here's your host, John Taylor.
That's me. I figured I'd give everybody a treat this time since they're probably used to the thing so far, and they probably didn't realize. They probably thought they still had another 10 seconds to go before they had to come out of the bathroom. But no, I'm here early. This is John. We're here to talk about football today, and we're going to pick some games. And the good news is for you guys. I remember I told you, Jesse, I changed computers, and I couldn't find the original files that I made for that opening, but I found them. So hooray, hooray, hooray. We can make some edits to it, which is going to be fine. And of course, I'm talking to my friend Jesse Martin, who is over here with a freshly trimmed beard. Look at you, sir.
Look at that.
Look at that. It looks like he colored it too, I think. I think he put some of the just for me. No.
Listen, you forget who you're talking to here.
Right.
I'm not that vain.
Right. Yeah. But beard color for you is just blood that drips down. Speaking of drippy, bloody stuff, hey, there's my friend Scott from Barrow and Furnace, UK. Hey, Scott.
All right, fellas, pleasure to be on with you as always. Good. I'm
not.
looking forward to this Saturday picks. Yeah, all good. I've got a 10 head at the minute, so I'm trying to pretend that I don't need a hair transplant, but we're getting there.
Who needs hair? I'll tell you what, it didn't take me long to figure it out once mine started to fall out. I don't need this shit. Although I didn't really try to hide it, but it was in the back of my head. I didn't notice it. So I had like a ponytail with a fucking bald spot for a while. But I'll tell you what, the best thing I ever did was decide to get it all cut off. And I got it cut in a little town in Switzerland. I needed a haircut, and I was there, and I went in, and we did the sign language thing, and I got this fucking super ass haircut, and I've kept it this way ever since. And there you go. There's my personal story of today. Now, I'll tell you what, Scott, you were going to bring in some baby pictures to show us today. Is that what?
I don't know about that, but I've got in front of me instead, I've got the big embossed book.
The big embossed book. Okay, I got to go.
I'm afraid to even hear this. I think it was pretty rough last week.
I think it was pretty rough, yeah. So, the scores on the doors. Ooh. We have Jesse Martin, 7 out of 15. John Taman, 6 out of 15. Myself, 6 out of 15. And on the betting front.
Oh Lord.
Yep, here we go. Jesse, you laid down $1,250 and your returns were $873, all coming from the Jacksonville game.
Wow.
Giving you a minus 377.
I'm changing the
That sounds about right. Yeah. My personal bets did not do too well, so I'm sure that
John, 1,250 down as well.
Yeah,
your returns were slightly better of 964, giving you a 286 loss. I put down 1,200, and my returns were $2,041, giving me a profit of 841.
Well,
and all of them were on over-unders.
Good for you.
And the Jacksonville game.
Hey, so, good for you.
Yeah, that Jacksonville game saved us really from a very embarrassing loss. But overall scores on the door since we've been doing this, guys. From week 10 onwards, we currently have Jesse winning the week on the predictions at 3. John, you have won 2, and I have also won 2. So it's still all to play for going into the final week, which makes it quite
final week of the season, boys.
I want to tell you right now, the best $3.95 that the Bleeding Burgundy podcast HR department has spent this year is that embossed book. And the pencil. Everything is on the line as we come down into the final stretch.
And we won't be paying in $1 increments, that's for sure. Anyway, moving on. If you know, you know.
You know.
All right, so we are going to start at the 4:30 game
All right, I didn't make any graphics today because I didn't know if Keith was coming in or not.
Sorry.
Sorry.
We have the Kansas City Chiefs in Las Vegas playing the Derek Carless Raiders.
That dude last week didn't do too bad though, man. That was a hell of a football game against San Francisco.
Yeah.
What was his name? Jared Stidham. He played pretty well.
Yep. This line is all over. I'm looking at other spreads. This line is all over the place. We have some as low as 5.5, but we'll use Bet US as the 9. And I got to tell you guys, because this line is all over the place, that the Vegas, who sets these lines, they don't even know what to make of the performance of the Raiders last week.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm not going to bet on the spread on this one, because I think it's just there's too many unknowns. I mean, it could have been a one-hit wonder with Jared Stidham last week, but the Kansas City Chiefs are going to find some way to pull this game out, unless what a lot of bettors fear is week 17, nothing to play for, but I think the Kansas City Chiefs, they do have something to play for. I think they're still vying for that number 1 spot against the Buffalo Bills.
Have they made a decision yet as to what
don't,
they're going to do?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a strange decision. It's all around whoever gets the first round bye or the number 1 seed. They've cancelled the game, obviously, and then it goes down to who will be, if that person is involved in the AFC Championship. So say it was the Bengals and the Chiefs, they would then play at a neutral venue. That doesn't make very
sense.
Strange.
The Chiefs won last weekend, so I don't think that the Bengals were going to catch them anyway, right? The Bengals are the 3rd seed, right?
Same with the Bills, yeah. So it depends on wins and losses, and then there's a coin toss as well somewhere down the line involving the Baltimore Ravens, which is just I don't know what's happening with that.
It's kind of the way a Ravens game goes these days, anyway.
Yeah. It's crazy. I know it was a hell of an accident, but the fact of the matter is, last year and during the COVID seasons, they found ways to make these games up.
Right.
You would think they would find a way.
It's the end
to
of the
play
year.
to play on a Tuesday. Yeah, but the thing about it is, there's no bye weeks, but they had end of the year issues during the COVID season. I mean, they could have played on a Tuesday, finished the game.
I mean, so what are they going to do? Is their record just going to reflect 16 games?
Yes.
Okay. So if I'm what I
win percentage
foresee a lot of is lawsuits against the NFL for especially if Kansas City is frozen out of a home playoff game or a home championship game because of this neutral field nonsense. Man, if I'm a local vendor, I'm pissed. I am pissed.
Yeah,
shit, man. You probably just cost me a couple $100,000.
So I've got the rundown here from NFL.com saying the owners have approved the changes for the AFC playoff structure after the game between the Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
The match between the Bengals and the Bills was suspended. Yeah, we know about that.
Right.
The NFL, blah, blah. I'm just trying to find the bit here. So the proposal approved by the owners on Friday could mean that Cincinnati Bengals have the site of their wildcard playoff game decided by a coin toss. That situation would occur if the Ravens beat Cincinnati and both teams are scheduled to play the week against one another in the wildcard game next weekend. Situation. Here you go. So this situation could occur if Buffalo and Kansas City both win a tie in week 18. Both teams advance to the title game. Buffalo and Kansas City both lose and Cincinnati also loses or ties in week 18. And Buffalo and Kansas City advance to the title game. Buffalo and Kansas City both lose and Cincinnati wins. Then the title game is either Bills Chiefs or Bengals Chiefs, which would be on neutral venues.
So regardless, the AFC, everybody has something to play for, so we don't have to worry about anybody sitting until the game is probably out of hand.
Right.
So veering back to this particular game right here,
right?
I'm going with the Chiefs. Like I said, I'm going to stay away. I'm probably I might go the over, if anything.
Well, the strange one here, Jesse, is how can you give the Chiefs the 9-point advantage and say that's the spread, but put it as high on the over-under as 52.5.
Yeah,
they can score points against a damn good defense last week.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of leaning towards the over on this one right here. Like I said, the point spreads, they're all over the place. Vegas has them all over the place. Different books have them all over the place. That's why I'm just going to stay away from that.
See, I'm curious if all of this nonsense with the championship game or with the playoff formatting is going to tell Kansas City to just start resting players. You're going to run Patrick Mahomes out there, let Max Crosby take a shot at him. The Raiders, they still are technically alive, are they not? No, I don't think so. I think they got eliminated last week. Right. So, but look, Jarrett Stidham, he's alive, and he showed last week that he can play against one of the best teams in the NFL, if not the best defense in the NFL, if not the best pass rush in the NFL. And he put up, 34 points? Okay. So, yeah, I'm not too worried. I'll take the Chiefs to win, assuming that they're putting out a full squad. But yeah, I'm not touching that 9 points. No way. The Raiders are quite capable of staying within that. Sure. And the Chiefs this year have managed to take those big spreads that they've been afforded and never cover. Yeah,
you're 100% right. And their defense isn't really all that great. So this could be a lot closer game than you would imagine.
9 points. Yeah, 9 points. So yeah, I'll tell you what. I will go ahead. I'll be a little bit bold. I'm gonna ride a little bit with Jarrett Stidham there, and I'm just gonna put a measly little $50 down on the Raiders with those 9 points. Jarrett Stidham's playing for a career.
Sure.
He's already got a name for a country singer.
For me, I'm just taking the Chiefs for the win. I'm not touching the line, as we've just explained. It's just too much, and it's all over the place, really. And we don't know what's going to happen with starters. Are they going to pull Patrick Mahomes in the second quarter?
I'm sure they're going to pull him as soon if the game becomes out of reach. They do want to get this win now. And John, you're taking the Chiefs to win, right?
It's the highest over as well for the week. The highest over of any game.
Yeah, I was looking at it. Dude, there's some close games, some very close games on the docket.
If it was 45, I'd be tempted. Do you know what I mean? But 52.5 is just too high, I think.
Well, you know what else is high? BetUS.com sign-up bonus. Listen up, sports bettors. Your favorite sports book, BetUS.com, is back for our 28th year of NFL action, and goddamn it, it's almost over. So they came back way back when and never sent us new copy. With the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%, which I'm assuming is still valid, BetUS offers our members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite sports, including NFL, UFC, NBA, NHL, BRX, XYZ, and PDQ. If you're looking live for in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props, and parlays, we got them. How about fast payouts and exceptional one-to-one service? Scott?
I've taken that up as exceptional customer service.
You've gotten exceptional customer service?
I have, yeah.
Well, they say they've got that too, and I'm going to go ahead and say that that's true. Log into betus.com, betus.com, or call 1-800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BETUS, betus.com, where the game begins. And we're done with all of that. Yay.
Don't forget the National Pissing Contest is coming, I think, in the next couple of weeks, so you can play some odds on that as well.
I want to know if they've got cheese. I want to know if they've got cheese rolling as down there.
I tell you what, you give me a bunch of cheese, I ain't rolling for a couple of days.
All right, next we have the 8:15 game. The Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And listen, folks.
Great game.
This right here is for the NFC South. Yeah, this is a big game right here. The Jacksonville Jaguars are favored by 7 points. 7 points, guys. And I think everybody's going to be back for the Titans, including Ryan Tannehill, I believe. Am I reading this correctly?
Oh, I'm not sure. I thought they were still going with Dobbs.
I think they're going with Dobbs.
Okay.
But what they're doing...
You got Derrick Henry's back. Well, he's listed as questionable, but all these players are coming back. I can almost guarantee it. Jeffrey Simmons, Amani Hooker, Danico Autry, Dylan Cole, Christian Fulton, all their big time players, they're coming back. They're back. They're back for this game.
Awana Hooker? Is that what you said?
Armani Hooker.
Oh, okay.
No, I want a Hooker. That was last night. Let's not even talk about that.
Better watch your blood pressure.
Joshua Dobbs is starting.
Okay. Well, listen, hey. I still think this spread's too big.
Okay.
Yeah, the Jacksonville Jaguars are playing great ball right now. I expect them to win, but I expect this game to be a lot closer. I think the Titans are going to try to play keep away and run Derrick Henry. And this, I think this is going to be a lower scoring game and close. But I'm going to take the Titans plus the 7. Then I'm going to put $100 on it. But I'm going to take Jacksonville to win. They even have this game close. The over-under is only 40.
40, yeah.
I'll tell you what. I will take the Jaguars. I will lay those 7 points. I will put down $100, and I will put down another $50 on that over because the Jaguars are one of the hottest teams in the NFL over the last 6 or 7 weeks, and there's not been a better quarterback to my knowledge than Trevor Lawrence. The Titans, on the other hand, I would like to speak directly to you Titans fans. You do have Derrick Henry, and if you get some speed on the outside, then Carson Wentz has the kind of arm next year that you're going to want to be able to get the ball downfield to those guys. And believe you me, the big, strong pocket presence he brings is something that you're really going to get excited about because Ryan Tannehill is going to go out there tomorrow, and say, look, I'm out of here. I'm fucking done. I'm gone. So he's not going to really show up. He's going to show up like that quarterback for the Commanders last week. I can't remember his name, but yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm taking the Jaguars, laying the 7, and I'm taking the over.
What are you putting on the over, John?
$50.
50. Got you.
Going to even myself out.
I'm going to do the same. I'm going to go bold here, actually, and I'm going to take the Jags for the win, lay the 7 points, and I'm going to put 200 on it.
Y'all are in trouble.
Nah. All right, man.
I tried to tell you. I wanted to warn you.
You need to get a shorter beard, man. I cut like 8 inches off that thing. All right.
Wow.
All right, moving along. LA Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle is favored by 6 points. I don't like this line. The over-under is 41.5. I think LA is playing a lot better. And Seattle has just gone down the hill, man. They don't look the same like they did in the beginning of the season, midway through the season. I like Seattle to win, but give me the Rams plus the points. And I'll put 50 on it.
The Rams got trounced last week. Again. Yeah, I ain't buying it. Seahawks have something to play for. They can go to the playoffs. I'll take Pete Carroll in that situation. What's the line did you say? I'm sorry. I didn't hear you.
6.
6 points, yeah.
I'm not touching that game. I don't like either one of them with points or without. But I think the Seahawks are going to win.
Yeah, I do too. I think the Seahawks are going to win that game, but it's going to be close. It's an in-division battle, so but I don't like the under-over either of 41.5. I think that's kind of too high. It's going to be a tight game, this tight scoring game, but I'll take Seattle for the win. Yeah, squeaker.
All right, this is probably one of the better games on the docket this week. Both these teams haven't won a game in like 5 games, but they're
what a lead-in!
Yeah, they are.
One of the better games on the docket this week.
Brilliant.
2 teams that haven't won a game in 5 games. That's 10 combined games of losing football.
That's what I'm looking at. Yep, last 5 games, 0-5, both of them. But the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. And this is for a playoff spot, right? If I am not mistaken.
Yeah. The Dolphins,
yes,
I think, are somehow still alive, but I think the Jets are out.
I think the Jets are out, yeah.
Aren't they 7-9? Okay. All right. Wow. I thought one of these two. I guess you're right. Yeah. So Miami's got to win this one.
I think it's seeding for Miami, isn't it?
Sunday. A festival of ineptitude.
I think they could be as high as 5th or as low as 7th. Is the seeding for Miami? So,
well, if Miami loses, I think they're out.
You might be. You might be right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because then that would give both the Jets and Miami the same record. I like the Jets in this game. Miami's been playing like shit. Tua has not. I think he is. It's a pick 'em at a lot of other sports book. This is a pick 'em game. Tua is not playing. Bradley Chubb is questionable, and so is Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, give me the Jets plus the points. I got the Jets to win. Over under 37. I'm going to take the over on that, but give me the Jets to win.
Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Jets as well. I think Skylar Thompson doesn't fill me with confidence at quarterback for Miami. I know they have a lot of weapons, but you've got to get it thrown to him and to the weapons to get the touchdowns. And New York, they've got a solid defense. Sauce Gardner's probably going to be the defensive rookie of the year. He's looked immense on the outside. So for me, I think this is a New York Jets win. And it could be a tight game. I don't know, but I don't want to touch the line. Over-under's tempting, to be honest, at 37. It's quite low. I'll tell you what, I'll put 50 on the over.
Yeah, I got the Bet US is the highest odds I've seen at Miami -3. Everywhere else is either Miami -1 or a pick 'em.
Yep. Have you heard though that they're saying that they reckon the coach, I can't remember his name now, of the Dolphins, Mike McDaniel. First year, Mike McDaniel, that's who it is. He came from the 49ers, didn't he?
Yeah.
They reckon he could get fired.
Has that been confirmed by anybody, or is that just some people talking out there?
I don't know. They're talking about Brady and Peyton, and I don't know. I don't know what's happening there, but
it would be not surprising because the Dolphins have somehow managed to assemble a very good team, even though every one of their fucking moves, I can't figure them out. They seem to have wanted to blow everything out the water. They just fire a coach with a winning record.
I like their coach.
I like McDaniel.
Yeah, he's a good young mind. He comes from a solid tree.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got a bright future. I think they'd be stupid to get rid of him.
I hope that they wait until we're able to hire him. Yeah, I'd like to see him here.
I was thinking the same thing.
So is Tua going to play?
No,
he's doubtful.
All right, because I got this picture the other day. I don't know if it's authenticity or not, but they said that this was Tua. This was inside Tua's helmet. So I'm not sure. But this guy
Thompson.
Skylar Thompson's not bad. I mean, he's no Mike White, but I mean, you follow what I'm saying here? What's the difference between the two of them? Mike White's not bad. Skylar Thompson's not bad. They're not great either, you know.
Yeah, but Skylar Thompson has the New York Jets defense coming after him.
He does, but he's also got better weapons all over the place.
Got to throw it to him to get to them weapons, as I just said.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Jets on the basis of their defense. They're at home too, right? This is in New York.
No, this is in Miami.
It's in Miami.
Yeah, but still, I listen. I think the Jets have this game. I'm surprised that Bet US has them as a 3-point dog. I like the Jets a lot in this spot.
Mm-hmm. But whether it's in Miami or not, I don't think matters because New Yorkers, especially the Jets, they're used to going down there after Christmas. And look at the beach. My God, can you believe what these people are wearing these days? My God, cover yourself.
All right, we have the 8:20 game. Wait, is that?
We're already through the whole damn game. Are you serious? Damn,
there's only 2 games tonight. There's only 2 games.
Yeah, it's just 2 games. Yeah.
All right.
And for some reason, Bet US put the Sunday night game first. So this is a big game, boys. The Lions and the Packers. This is for a playoff spot.
Playoffs.
Right yeah. And Packers are favored by 4.5. But guess what? I am going the other way. And this is probably a heart pick. Yes, the Packers have been a little bit more packery the past 5 weeks. But I like the Detroit, the packery. They're peckish. They're more peckish. I like the Lions. I think they deserve a playoff spot. They've come from,
they won't get it anyway. Seattle win.
Seattle gets to play the
Seattle
Rams.
Seattle's going to lose probably
to the Rams.
Maybe. I like the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
I know you do. I know you like the Detroit Lions, and it's because that goddamn Hawaiian blue brings out your eyes. I don't for the life of me understand how it's city that is nothing but the color of rust and mud is wearing. They call it Hawaiian blue. My dog doesn't get it either. And he's a fashion critic. It gets on his nerves. All right, so look, it's outside. Okay, it's in Green Bay, but it's not going to be terrible. It's only be 30 degrees.
That's it.
Right. So I don't know what the real feel is, the wind chill or anything like that. But Green Bay at home, last game of the season, playoffs on the line. There's no way that I can legitimately look at myself in the mirror and bet against Aaron Rodgers. Give me the Packers to win this game and break the Lions' heart. Which, by the way,
I'm going to take the Packers for a win here. Aaron Rodgers to Christian Watson is going to be.
What's the line? What did you say the line was on this? I'm sorry.
4.5.
4.5. I'm going to lay the 4.5 and put down $100 on the Packers.
Yeah.
Put that in the Big and Boss book.
I'm going to take the over, and I'm going to put 100 on the over.
What is the over under?
49.
49.
Both these teams can score points.
Yeah, they can. That's tempting.
So I'm gonna lay the 4.5 as well, and I'm gonna put 50 on that. Yeah.
Don't be such a pansy, Scott.
Go on then,
Come on,
150.
up there.
Go on then, 150. We'll go.
There you go. See, how about that?
Live or die by the sword of Aaron Rodgers and his ayahuasca.
Right. There you go. There you go.
All right, the Cleveland Browns.
You guys ought to be giving me a cut.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a shit game. Oh, look at that. You just put up the yeah.
Colonel Turner here with it. Yeah.
2.5 points. The Steelers are favored by. Over under is 40. I could care less about this game. I guess the Steelers are going to win. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm not picking anything on it. I'm taking the Steelers to win at home.
Yep, taking the Steelers. What will that? What's the Steelers' record at the minute, Jesse? Do you know?
At the minute?
Yeah, they're 8-8.
They're 8-8.
So,
So irrespective, they're at 500.
Yeah,
or is that not at 5?
They're at 500 right now.
So that's it for Tomlin. Then he's never had an under 500 season.
Well, if they lose, it'll be under 500.
Well, okay, of course he will. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Pittsburgh taking them. Cleveland were terrible. I'll be honest with you. We were worse, but Cleveland were awful.
They were.
They were. Deshaun Watson, 9 of 15. Was it 9 of 15? Let me have a look. Watson, 9 of 18, 169 yards and 3 TDs. Where he pulled them from, I'll never know. But hey, that's Washington. Yeah,
I got to tell you, down at the Happy Tug massage parlor and laundromat that they have in Land Rover there on there, he only ejaculated once. So he did. He had a bad day.
All right, the Texans and the Colts. The Colts are home favorite, 2.5 points. This is another shithole game. I'm going to say the Texans just because.
Wow, really?
I
would have thought. I would have thought here you'd have to look at the Texans losing purely to solidify that number 1 pick.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, what's the they does it
sure,
matter?
But you got to think of it from a player perspective, though.
Right,
players want to go out and win.
Coaches too.
Yeah,
so Lovie Smith will be looking there next year. He's going to get fired. He doesn't care about that first pick.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, and the other thing about that too is that is purely a fan thing. Fans are the only people that think that way.
It is
because it's a small neighborhood that they play in. Right, you go ahead and tell players that you'll coach to lose. Cost them a year out of their career. That's on average.
Look what happened. Look what happened to the Eagles coach. What's his name?
Oh, the guy that's down there winning the division in Jacksonville. Yeah,
Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson played to lose. It was against us in 2020, and they fired his ass.
You have to, because players average players 4 years. You're going to waste 25% of their career by telling
you'll lose all respect. The players will just lose all respect for you if you're playing to lose, and that's exactly what happened in Philly.
They had no choice but to fire him.
All right, did everybody make their picks?
No, I
did
not.
It doesn't really matter because they've got the worst record in football anyway, even if they win or lose. So it doesn't really matter.
Well, I tell you what, I have been happy with the Texans this year. They've done quite well for me. So I am going to go ahead and take those 2.5 points. I'm going to put $100 down on the Texans with those 2.5 points because I think that the Colts are utter shit. Or as you guys would say over there in Jolly UK, shit.
Shite. Yeah.
Yeah. And look, I'm going to both these teams are shit. And I think they're both going to score a lot of points in this shit game. So I'm going to put 100 on the over.
The Shit Bowl here on NBC. So we've got the Shit Bowl and the best game you'll ever see between 2 0-5 teams. Coming up next.
I'm gonna take the Indianapolis Colts and I'm gonna lay the points and I'm gonna put 50 on it.
This is why your hair's falling out.
We got some big spenders today, boys. We got some real big spenders today. All right. We got the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers.
All right.
14.5 is
David Blau at quarterback.
Too far.
So I think I think this should be like a 25.5 point spread. So and San Francisco is still playing for they're still playing for the number one seed. The top seed. I think it's between Dallas, San Fran, and the Cowboys. They're going to play to win.
And Minnesota as well. There's all four of them.
All four more 12-4. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. So I like San Francisco. I'm gonna stay away from the point spread. The over/under is 39.5. I'm actually going to go over. I'm going to put 200 on the over
for the 49ers.
I think 49ers could probably score 55 in this game.
I have a steadfast rule. All right, it's right here in John's big book of football gambling.
Yep,
Page 12.
Rubbish, Hunter.
Page 12. Never ever bet on a quarterback whose name sounds like a fart in the bathtub.
Wow.
The Cardinals are crap, man. I tell you what.
They're terrible.
It's a bad situation. The 49ers, on the other hand, everything's clicking, everything's working. Even though the Raiders did give them a hard time last week, they still scored 37 points. And it was one of those games, too, in the fourth quarter where I guess, I always say this. When you look at a team, all right, and you look at their end of the season record and you're trying to figure out who they are, you take the best result and the worst result and you throw them out because they're anomalies. Last week, I think for the 49ers was an anomaly. Letting the Raiders run up and down the field on them like that in the second half and then having to answer back. There was a big track meet going on in the fourth quarter of that game. That's not them. So I think that is what they'll do. This week they'll clamp down. They're going to take David and they're going to wreck that boy. Who's good? Who's behind David as quarterback in Arizona?
I have absolutely no idea because Colt McCoy's injured, and as is obviously Kyler Murray's just had surgery, so I've got no idea who their fourth choice quarterback would be. I
don't know. Can you imagine though if you were the doctor and you had to operate on? Jesus Christ, Kyler Murray! You probably had to have one of those like super little microscopes. Try to operate on that.
All right, so moving on. This is the most jacked up line that I've ever seen in my entire adult life.
Well,
they have the Denver Broncos a favorite against the Los Angeles Chargers. Yeah, this has to be a mistake because everywhere else Denver is a dog. Yeah. Injuries. There's nothing wrong with Justin Herbert. There's nothing wrong with their receivers or running backs. So if you go to BetUS right now,
I see it. It's
put
-3.
your entire life savings on the San Diego Chargers or Los Angeles Chargers.
I had $180 in my account.
This has got to be
put every penny on it. Every single penny on it.
Because every other book in Vegas, I'm looking at it right now, they all have
Chargers should be a double-digit favorite.
So 7 points, 6 points, 1 at 3-point favorite. That's the lowest. That's
a steal too. Yeah, that's a steal too. I tell you what, if you're smart, you go ahead and put your money down here in BetUS and you take the Broncos with the points, and then you go hedge it over there on the other one and you put down 3 points, and you probably will double your win because they're going to win by more than 3. See, this is one of those things, man, where I think you're right. It's a mistake, or BetUS.com is going out of business. They're going to keep everybody's money and they're going to throw a wrench into the Chargers aircraft engine before they're out. Right. And they know. Yeah. So they're going to try to see. This is one of those things, man. It's too weird. It's too weird. So I can't stay away from it. $300 on the Chargers plus those 3 points.
Yeah, I'm going to do that exact same thing.
What's the over under?
40.
40.
40. Maybe what they're planning on doing is like having engine trouble near Las Vegas, and they land and then take them off to a casino, and they never let them out. You ever go inside like Caesars? You can't find the fucking way out, man. They make it so that you can't find the way out. There's like 20 acres under one roof, and you just keep going and going and going.
So I'm going to take the Chargers here. I'm going to put 300 on exactly the same bet as you guys, plus the points. And I'm also going to put 200 on the over. This is going to be a massive blowout for the Chargers. I don't understand why that is anyway. It's just a total anomaly. And I saw that and thought,
everybody.
I just saw that and thought, I've got to put my own money on that because it's like a gimme, isn't it? But
even if they're not
sitting people,
even if they're not sitting anyone, the Broncos are garbage. I mean, they're just trash, man. Jeez.
Weirdly enough, though, last week Russell Wilson turned into Russell Wilson. So,
yeah,
that's a big gamble to expect him to do it again.
That's a massive gamble.
Yeah. All right, moving along to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are favored by 4. We know the Buccaneers are
resting people. Right?
They're resting Tom Brady and everybody who's anybody because they have already won that division. I still don't like this though. I'm going to stay away from it. I'm going to pick the Falcons to win, but that's about it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm going to take the Falcons to win for their run game. The Bucs defense hasn't been able to stop anybody all year, and I do like that kid Algier. That guy runs hard, man. I like him. And when they throw Cordero Patterson in there, that just gives them that extra added wrinkle. So their running game is good. I like it. So I'm going to take them to ride that to victory against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, as am I. I'm staying away from it completely, but I'm taking Atlanta for the win because of the resting players. And Tampa Bay's defense has been shocking all season. So
now the Buccaneers, they're pirates, right? Hi, we're pirates. Shiver me timbers, right? But this season, they're like that scene in Pirates of the Caribbean where Jack Sparrow's riding the ship mast all the way down until it finally sinks and he steps off onto the pier. And that's the playoffs.
That's like one of the best scenes I've ever seen before in my life.
He
is so perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He is perfect. Those are great. And you know what he said? He said, I tried to act like Keith Richards. Yeah, it's a pretty good way to do it.
Yeah. All right, the Panthers and the Saints. Saints are favored by 3. Saints have been on a little.
Yeah, they're like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, like now you're going to play good. Okay, and the Panthers kind of, and they suck away. They're only 1-6 in their past away from home.
They let it get away from this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Saints. I'm going to lay the points, and I am going to put 100 on.
I'm not touching it. I think that the Panthers could either come out angry because they let it get away from last week, or they could come out deflated and get run over. And New Orleans, I just want to tell you, look, what you're going to want, and to go with that good defense, you're going to, and your running back, you're going to want a big, strong quarterback that could stand in the pocket and deliver that ball downfield, right? And his name is Carson Wentz. All right. So I'm taking. You know what? I'm flipping the coin on this. Heads, it's the Bucs. Tails, the Panthers is heads. I'm taking the Panthers.
Yeah, odd game. No real interest in it. I'm going to take Carolina because they're going to win for Steve Wilkes because it might be his last time in the job. So I'm going to take.
If I'm the Panthers,
you hire him.
Yeah, I think I would give him another year.
Yeah, absolutely. They turned it around. They completely turned it around. Not only that, but we've talked about this before. A lot of times players will step up for an interim coach, and it's sometimes a temporary thing. And last week, I kind of thought that they let it get away from them, man. They just, but I guess that's the experience of the Buccaneers, stepping up over them when crunch time came down to it. But yeah, if I'm the Panthers owner, shit, man, I tell everybody, okay, we found our coach. This is our guy, and I give him a contract because they played for him. They played well for him. They transformed that game into a running attack that was one of the best in the league over the last half of the year. He even had Sam Darnold playing good.
We got the New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. Over under is 30 or 43.5. Bills are favored by 7.5. Listen, the Buffalo Bills are going to demolish the New England Patriots. This is a little bit higher number than I typically would like to play, but I'm going to take the Bills. I'm going to lay the points. I'm going to put $100 on it.
See, I'm going completely further than that. They are going to not just demolish the Patriots. They're going to go in there and let all of their frustration and emotion and everything that they felt over the last week, and now the joy that they're able to go out there and play, and they know that their teammate is going to be okay, and they're going to annihilate the Patriots. They're going to run Bill Belichick. He's going to say, Jesus Christ, I haven't had my ass smacked like this since I came out of my mom's ass. I'll tell you something. They're going to kick my ass from here to frickin' Cape Cod. And they are. I'm taking Bills to win, laying the points. What is it, 7? You said 7.5?
7.5.
I'm laying those 7.5 points, and I'm taking the over. I'm putting $400 down on the spread, and I'm putting $100 down on the over.
Ooh, 500 smackaroos.
Bills.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the over too. I don't like it as much as you do, but I will put 50 on the over.
Are they playing in Buffalo?
They're playing in Buffalo.
I would like to address the Bills Mafia directly. I want to see more dildos on the field than I've ever seen before in my life. I don't care if Tom Brady's there or not. If Mac Jones gets anywhere near a sideline, I want dildos flying at that guy. All right. I tell you what, the best one I ever saw was they threw one at Gronkowski down around the 2-yard line, and it was one of those ones that you squeeze. And it'll squirt all over the place. It was funny as shit. The thing bounced off the turf. I was laughing like hell. It's the best tradition in the NFL, throwing dildos at the Patriots.
So I'm going to take the Bills, lay the points, 300 on that. And I'm not going to touch the over under. Just going to leave it as it is. Just 300 straight Bills win.
Is there a prop bet on how many dildos fly in the end zone in their first?
Maybe, I don't know.
I'll go 16. All right,
Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Ravens are a 10-point dog. That's over under 39.5. A little bit too big of a spread for me, even though the Ravens have been playing like shit. I like the Bengals and I like the over. Put 50 on the over.
Thanks to my dog. I didn't hear the spread. What was the spread?
10.
Because I'm doing the same thing on this one. I'm taking the Bengals, and they're going to take out all their frustrations and anger and well, not anger, but all of their emotion over the last week on the Ravens. And yeah, they're going to romp them. They're going to stomp them. And then the Ravens are going to win a fucking coin flip and get them at home for the playoffs.
Yeah. And the thing about this is, look, about the line, it's weird too. BetUS has them way up at 10. Everywhere else has this line at 6.5 and 7.
Strange. I'm going to take Cincinnati. I'm actually going to lay the points, put 100 on that, and I'm going to put 100 on the over. They're going to win this by more than 10. No problem at all.
I think
it's in Cincinnati, isn't it, as well?
Yes.
Yeah, Bengals got to start throwing dildos on the field to be solidified with the Bills fans. I think that would work out. I would like to have Bill Belichick say in the post game, "That was the biggest, blackest one I've ever seen." I tell you, it came down and it landed right by my feet. I thought that the suction cup was a nice touch. I put it in my I'm going to take it home to Mama.
Right. Okay. On that note, we move on. Are you sure you're not Birdie in our chat?
No, dude. I'll tell you what. I'm going to send you some links. Welcome to John Taman land.
I know. Yeah. Hi, John. So
that's right.
All right, the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Vikings are favored by 7. I'm going to stay away from that line. I'm picking the Vikings to win.
Fields isn't
I just
playing.
don't. He's not.
That's what I heard. He's not playing. They've given him some kind of mystery thing. They're like, oh, he's got an ingrown hair. He's going to sit down this week.
Then I will take the. I'll have Minnesota lay the points. Then if Fields not playing, then yeah, I'll put 200 on it. Then
with the caveat that I might be full of shit.
And if you're full
No,
of
it's
shit,
true.
then
I've just looked at that before.
All right. Yeah.
I can't remember who
John?
they've got. Oh, it's Nathan Peterman. So,
Oh, oh, then yeah, they should probably double it. It should be like 14.5.
That's right.
Fucking Peterman's playing. Jesus Christ. But then it's funny.
Kirk Cousins can just as easily go out and do it and pull a Peterman.
I'm looking at other places that Chicago is only a 4-point dog. What the fuck? Let's see.
Is it still up in the air? All right, so Scott's information, I wonder if that's been solidified today.
Let's look at the injury report.
I don't have it. I don't see anything on Fields.
I thought I saw it yesterday. He's out. Through the power of the internet, Justin Fields.
Fucking A.
Yeah, there they go.
Up.
Week
Is he
18. They've
playing
got
this
him
week?
listing as they got him listed as out on the Bears official website.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Well, yeah, I got Vikings laying the points.
John,
What are the points again? 7?
7.
Boy, I tell you, it's so hard to trust Kirk Cousins.
It
when you
is,
need
but
but it's Nathan Peterman, dude. If you can't,
I don't think the Bears are going to be able to score. That's the
no,
thing.
I don't think they're gonna
even against a bad defense without Justin Fields.
Plus, at the same time, they could get potentially, I think they're in 4th at the moment on the NFL draft. They could potentially get the 2nd overall pick.
Mhm.
So I think that means something
there
as
again.
well.
You know that if that factors into Nathan Peterman's thinking, that's Nathan Peterman's problem. Now, yeah, I'll go ahead and take the Vikings and lay the points, and I'll go ahead and put $50 down on that. I really don't want to trust Kirk Cousins, but yeah, if you can't beat Nathan Peterman, dude, you can't beat.
I'm going to do exactly. I'm going to do exactly the same, but I'm going to put 300 on this. It's an easy win this for Minnesota, or it should be.
You know who can't beat Nathan Peterman?
Carson Wentz. Game of the week.
The game of the week.
But we do have one more game that is not on the betting docket on BetUS.
Oh, is it?
And that is the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. For
Yeah, that's
some
not on there, is
reason, is not on there. So I'm pulling it up from CBS Sportsbook, or actually it's Sportsline Sportsbook. Philly is favored by 14. Looks like
That's huge.
Giants will be resting players. They'll be resting.
Yeah.
Well, they're not playing Jones and they're not playing Barkley by all accounts.
But Jalen Hurts, he's questionable and he hasn't been playing in a while. He's going to want to come back and get ready for the playoffs and have some. I'm staying away from this game.
Mhm.
It's too big of a line. But obviously, Philadelphia has to win this game, and they're going to win this game.
I think so too. Hurts coming back in, even if it's just to get out there and get warmed up, should give him enough of a boost. You know, they've had rough luck over the last couple of weeks with Minshew in there. So yeah, I'd pick the Eagles to win. But I'm not touching this, even though 14.5 you said?
Yeah,
14. Yeah,
14.
I'm not touching a line that big. No.
So yeah, I'm going to go with Philly for a win there as well. Solidifies the number 1 seed. Do you know what the over/under is on that, Jesse, at all?
Yes. Hold on 1 second. I got you right here. The over/under is 42.5.
How many roads?
This is sports lines, or MGM is line.
No, I'm just going to stay away from it completely and just take Philly for the win.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. All right, game of the week. We have the Dallas Cowgirls going to the big bad Washington Commanders.
The bad Washington Commanders is about what you got right.
Yeah. Look, this line is all over the place again. BetUS has the Cowboys as a 7.5-point favorite. Everywhere else is a little bit closer, and 5.5. There's a 6. There's a 5. But we'll go for the Bet US line, and I'm going to take the Cowboys, lay the points. I'm going to put 200 on it. The over-under is 40. I'm going to go with the over, and I'm going to put 200 on that as well.
All right, well,
beat me to it.
Didn't he pick a win yesterday, Scotty?
Yeah, but that was like I'm hedging. That was my emotional hedge right there.
Yeah, I feel I'm in the same boat. I'm not putting that much money down on it, but I'll put 100 on the Cowboys and 7.5 points because they should be able to do it. However, given my track record of betting on the Commanders, which I never ever do, every time I've ever bet on the Redskins, Commanders, I haven't. I stopped when they were still the Redskins because I always cursed them. So this time I'm going the other way, and maybe I'll curse the Cowboys, and that'll be good. So it's the Sam Howell effect, baby.
Yeah. So I'm going Dallas, lay the points 200, and I'm going to put 300 on the over. We're going to blow out here big time.
I think we're going to get blown out, but I think Howell is going to inject a little bit of ferocity in this offense. Like he's not going to give a fuck. He's going to go out there and he's going to lay some bombs. And he's going to need to,
34-13 is my prediction for this, so that would hit. So I'm taking that.
Yeah, I think we're going to score a little bit more than that. I think the Cowboys are going to probably score higher than 30, but I'm going to say like 21-35.
You're going 21-35. What's your prediction, John?
What did I say? 31-13 Cowboys.
31-13. And I'm going 34-13. 3 points higher.
There will be a fourth down and one and the Cowboys will sneak it. And they'll get it. And Scott Turner's head will explode. He'll say, why didn't anybody tell me we could do that?
I mean, the biggest story in this game is Sam Howell.
Of course it is.
We talked about it on our show yesterday, and it's he could like just the bed.
Oh, that's wild.
That's a fresh one there. There you go.
I can smell that from here.
He could shit the bed.
Right,
man, it smells like
the thing that's worked is Jesse. You just farted in the mic and now you're talking through it.
I know.
Hey,
I just chewed my own fart.
Hey, you know what? If you like what you had for dinner, then it ain't really that big of a deal now, is it?
There you go.
Yeah. You all want to call Jerry and talk to him about the game?
Yeah, we'll speak to Jerry, yeah.
All right, well, let's see. Let me get the phone out here. Hello, goddammit! I haven't got my shit set up yet. Who the hell's in charge? Who's the hell's in charge of pushing the buttons here? Oh my God! There I am. My goodness, how y'all doing?
Luckily, our listeners know the bit.
Phone calls all day.
Jerry, you're coming into town, and
I thought about it.
Yeah, I got one question for you. One question.
What's that, sir?
Are you going to call Tanya Snyder?
Call her. Listen, I've done sent her flowers. I done sent her one of them boxes of fruits that's all dipped in chocolates and things like that. I sent her a goddamn firefighter over to her house to shake his balls in her face. Nothing seems to get through to that icy bitch. And I've about had it. Let me tell you something. She's about ready to leave the country, and that's fine by me because for where she's going, from what I hear, the women are hairy and they smell funny. So go ahead, Tanya. Be my guest. And I think I just done insulted that little fella down there in the bottom.
Well,
I thought she's going to France. Yeah.
I heard a rumor that they're separating their belongings, and Dan has his boxes marked shrimp, and Tanya has her boxes marked Tanya. Is there a chance that she stays in town?
Well, I'll tell you something right now. Her boxes ain't marked Tanya. His boxes are definitely marked shrimp. Hers are marked Big Chair. She's coming on board. Let me tell you something right now. I'm going to take that girl around the world, and we ain't even leaving the port. Something right now. I'm gonna tell Tanya I got a couple of things I want to say, and the first one is, and the second one is, ask her if she knows the alphabet.
All right. So the football talk there, Jerry.
Yes, of course. The football talk.
How
Let me tell
is
you
the
something.
Dallas?
There's nothing I like better than watching the football game after giving Tanya Snyder a good old.
How is the Dallas Cowboys preparing for the first start of his career in Sam Howell?
Well, that's Sam Howell. I've taken a look at him. I can't really tell the difference between him and the Uber driver that I had last month, but I'm figuring he's going to get out there and he's going to do all right. Now, I know that y'all have that boy, Taylor Henneke, whatever his name is. Taylor Henneke, right? Now, he's all right, except I got to tell you, his arm leaves a little bit to be desired. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all in on a little secret here. This old Jared's 78 years old. Sometimes little Jared just hangs there like a goddamn flag when there ain't no wind around, if you follow my guess. Now, this is how Taylor Heineke's arm is. All right, that's what it kind of reminds me of. You also got that fella Carson Wentz, and I certainly hope you don't put him in the game because the goddamn owners' boxes are so close to the field. I mean, they're only up in the air about a couple 100 feet and down off the sidelines a couple 100 yards, and Carson Wentz just might hit one of us. And, I'm in there kind of busy. If I've got one of the game day hostesses in there handling some business of mine, I don't want to get bit. You understand? I don't need the ball come flying in the booth and banging anybody in the back of the head.
Scott, you got anything for old Jerry?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, Jerry, are you bringing your own benches this year, or is that not happening?
Well, the problem with the benches is this. I take them everywhere I go because, frankly, I've seen the benches in some of these other stadiums, and they're covered with all kinds of goop. You really want to have some fun before you get to your seat at the stadium. Get yourself one of those infrared cameras and just show it all around the seat that you're getting ready to sit in. My God, you'd think that the damn ushers are in there having sex all night when you're not there. Who knows what's going on? Rats are down there fucking. And I'm not sitting in that. I'm not making my players sit in that either, especially in Dan Snyder's stadium. Who knows where he's got a camera? For Christ's sakes, I do not really want to see the assholes of my boys on a big screen. And that's what I think Dan will do.
Jerry, as always, we appreciate your time on the Bleeding Burgundy podcast.
I certainly appreciate y'all calling me up because, quite frankly, after I finished that third bottle of tequila before lunchtime, I didn't know what I was going to do for the rest of the day. I'm glad you called. I'll tell you what, one of these days you boys will come on down here and we'll eat us an endangered species together. How about that?
Okay, sounds like a plan, Jerry.
All right.
Cheers, Jerry. Thanks for your time.
Bye-bye.
Oh, there, Jerry Jones. Never disappoints.
Oh, Jerry. Oh, Jerry.
Holy shit, we're under an hour.
No kidding. We got 2.5 minutes to talk about something. We should prank call Keith.
He won't answer.
I'm telling you what, yesterday, I always watch the show back because I want to see where we have errors and well, thank you, sir. And that bit from 18 minutes when Keith starts going off on us, man, my God, that is
the tea and crumpets
on the tea and crumpets and all that shit like that. Oh my God damn it, I was laughing like hell. So yeah, good stuff on this show. I kind of like it. Anyway, I still got my name wrong. Hang on a second. There we go. Now that's that, and I'm sure everybody's going to really just try to figure out how we're going to finish the show.
So here's a bet for you. Who's your money on first person on Black Monday to get fired?
Kingsbury.
Good man.
Kingsbury, yeah, that's probably a good bet. That's a good bet.
Lovey will probably get scooped up, be a defensive coordinator somewhere pretty fast too. I think
he can be a department store Santa Claus. He was pretty good with it. Yeah.
I think he
could do that.
I'm gonna take Jeff Saturday.
Yeah, but he was an interim type coach too, Well, I don't know. Fuckface is crazy enough to keep him for another year.
He is right.
I mean, that dude is a lunatic. I mean,
Roberts say, does that mean I got to interview people? I don't feel like talking to anybody. Just give Jeff the job. Yeah, I think.
Do you think Atlanta will get rid of their coach in? I can't remember his name. Smith, is it Arthur Smith?
Arthur Smith? No, I don't. I think.
Well, it's his first year, isn't it?
No, it's his second year. I think they got a good thing going right now with their running game. They need to get their quarterback because they got one with
Ritter.
They also their cap situation was the worst in the entire NFL too. So what he was working with was basically it's chump change. You know, they couldn't get good players because of the Matt Ryan cap situation, quarterback situation.
Right. And who's the guys at Las Vegas as well?
Oh, he's not going nowhere. No,
think he's going anywhere?
Yeah, what I think that plan is going to be is they're gearing up for Tom. They're Josh McDaniels. They are gearing up for Tom Brady to come in town, and I can almost guarantee that's going to happen.
Ooh.
Well, that'll be interesting to see.
Well, there you go.
There you go. I think that we're done for the day. We're going to enjoy some football today, and we're out.
Thanks, gents.
Later.